The great journalist of Nigeria, Dr. Kemi Lawrence for Kemi Talks Media. It's Tuesday, the 26th of November, 2024. Let's talk about how Nigerians are being pied every day across the country, different states and all. The armed forces are not protecting Nigerians, and the president, Mr. Tinubu, needs to call an emergency meeting with the service chiefs. This is now looking like a lucrative business to keep killing Nigerians every day. The mainstream media is not going to talk about this because they are funded by the same politicians and businessmen who are behind these acts. Many of these politicians and businessmen have an influence in the media because some of them actually own the media platforms, including the president, who owns the Nation newspaper and TVC. Now, let's get to business. Nigerian police and Nigerian army, okay? Some of your men have been kidnapping Nigerians and killing Nigerians. You swore an oath to protect citizens. You are the ones contributing to the insecurity in this country, and you're always blaming IPOB, ESN, and other groups out there. You even set up your fake security agency, Ebuka Obi, in the southeast, which has done nothing in Igbo land. The DSS has not protected Nigerians and ignored the homeland security issue. The homeland is so important. Look at how America deals with the homeland. What is going on in Nigeria? Why are Nigerians getting killed every week? Why doesn't anybody talk? The people are scared to talk. The media who talks for them are owned by the same people frustrating them. Number one, Igbo farmers were killed in Enugu this week. They were killed just going to their farms to harvest food by Fulani militias. What has been done over there? When ESN comes out protecting them, you say ESN is a terrorist group because you're the ones funding those militias. All these businessmen and people funding terrorism should have been caught by the police and the army a long time. Now, 13 people were going to church just 2 days ago on Sunday in Benue State, Logo Community, Logo Local Government. They have a name. Who are they? They were going to church. They were killed by what the media beams as suspected herders. There is no such thing as suspected herders. If they're herders, you tell us they're herders. If they're suspected, you tell us. Unknown gunmen, suspected herders, terms that we're not supposed to use in journalism school, being used by the Nigerian media to cover up for their owners. Now I'm hearing the teenage daughter of a dismissed cop who reported rape is now missing. That cop reported rape. We saw the video. Now she's missing. Stop the kidnappings, Nigerian police, Nigerian army. Now, a former chief of defense staff, and I believe that Danjuma was also chief of army staff, at one point in his life, he already exposed you 6 years ago. This is why journalism is a rough draft of history. Those teenagers 6 years ago in secondary school that didn't know this story now know that in 2018, Danjuma asked Nigerians to defend themselves against killers. And he said the armed forces are not neutral. This is a chief of army staff and a chief of defense staff. And people were saying, okay, he had a mental problem. He was talking at a graduation, a convocation of a university in Taraba, Jalingo, Taraba State, his state. And then Buhari went and detained him in the plane when he was flying to Abuja. We remember that very well. What you don't know is that I was the one that brought out the whole story during Abba Kyari's memorial. Abba Kyari, the chief of staff for Buhari, who died of COVID, was the one that begged Buhari not to arrest Danjuma. Danjuma was arriving on a plane to Abuja. All the passengers were out of the plane. Buhari said they should hold him in that plane because of this statement at that graduation. The dates are there. 7 years ago, Danjuma accused the armed forces of complicity in killings across Nigeria. A slow ethnic killing going on. Let me go to that Benue State. Benue State, where this thing happened, local community, is a community-based, it's a community that has a lot of people who speak Tiv. A Tiv, TIV, speaking community. Tiv is the sixth most popular ethnic group in Nigeria. They want to eliminate the thieves. They want to eliminate the Igbos. And you are sitting down there in your homes and you're pretending that nothing is happening. What did Danjuma say 7 to 8 years ago? That the military and the police are the ones killing people across Nigeria. 7, 8 years later, we're still sitting out here acting as if they're doing any work. It is a big lucrative business. And we can't call international agencies all the time. All we need to do, okay, is to continue complaining to General Musa, General Abubakar. Speaking about General Abubakar, Air Marshal Abubakar has not told us what happened last week in Faskari local government in Katsina State. The Nigerian Air Force dropped a bomb on top of Faskari local government. Several people were killed, scores of people. They have a name. General Abubakar, what happened when the Air Force dropped this bomb on this innocent community? This is a lucrative business, and you guys need to stop and get hold of Nigeria. President Tinubu, you need to have an emergency security chiefs meeting. If I let that country, everybody will be fired. We cannot keep saying this all the time. Fire, fire, fire. Stop the ethnic cleansing. Disguise the security agencies. Stop killing Nigerians. Stop killing the Igbos. Stop killing the Tiv. Stop killing Nigerians. My name is Dr. Kemi. I'm a Nigerian-American investigative journalist, among other things. It is time you stop killing us as Nigerians. We will stand up for our rights and we'll let you know. If the United States Armed Force dropped a bomb on a community, everyone that died in the community, their photographs in a collage will make the 7 o'clock news. If 13 people died in America going to church, killed by gunmen, herders or whatnot, suspected gunmen or known gunmen, their faces will be in the news. 7 o'clock that evening. If farmers were on the farm in the United States and some herders or gunmen or whatnot, if those farmers died, their names will be in the news. Nigeria doesn't care about its people. Nigerian Armed Forces doesn't care about its people. Nigerians, I'm going to tell you to do exactly what Danjuma told you. Defend yourselves. I've never liked T.Y. Danjuma because he was the one that executed my uncle. I was like 2 years old, 1 year old then. You remember Aguiyi Ironsi, the head of state at the time in the military, who came to visit my state, Western region. And my uncle, Adekunle Fajuyi, was the leader. It would be like the governor. And while he was hosting Ironsi at the government house, the same government house in Agodi, the army arrived and grabbed them. My uncle said, no, you can't grab the head of state. What's going on? What's about to happen? I'm going with him. He was a hero. He went with his guest. And then they took them to Iro Road in the bushes and tortured them. And T.Y. Danjuma took a walkie-talkie and radioed Yakubu Gowon. Mission done. And that's how Yakubu Gowon became the head of state. They went to kill the former head of state and a governor who followed him. So I've never liked Danjuma. But if he's saying this, you better believe it and start defending yourself. Gowon became the head of state, and then Murtala Mohammed came, took over. Everybody taking over, everybody taking over. And that's why Tinubu can open his mouth and be calling himself a Milokon. It's my turn. Nigeria is not turn by turn. Nigeria is helping Nigerians, fostering growth in Nigerians, and protecting and serving us. General Musa, Dr. Egbetokun, Air Marshal Abubakar, Lieutenant General Oluyede, Nigerian Army, you need to start doing your jobs. I am the journalist that will tell the world about Nigeria. I'm going to all the mainstream media everywhere around the world. And I'm going to talk about this more. If you're a Nigerian listening to this video, share it across every platform. Let everybody see what's going on. We cannot be in a circle in this country. I fled the country because of the people. I fled the country because I did a story about a schoolboy in Lagos, Sylvester Romani, telling them that the father was negligent and the father contributed to the child's death, and that the child himself was trying to haze in the school. And nobody believed me. What did I get? The people released my phone number, my address, and told them to come and beat me up. Celebrities. I fled my house January of 2023, and then on my way out of Nigeria. At the end of the day, no one knows my location. I've never disclosed it. I shouldn't. I will never. But at the end of the day, I will continue talking. Make Nigeria livable. I am a Nigerian at the end of the day.